I am Jeffrey Rokohut. This is my Potter's Journal. Okay, did you ever visit a museum and just want to put your hands on the pieces? Well, that's what I've been doing. I am here at Old Economy Village and Museum. And to get my hands on the pieces, I volunteered to help clean the pieces. So today, in the video, I'll share you some of that experience, some of my random thoughts, and give you an idea too. Catch up with your local museum and offer to help clean the pots. They will love you.
Written plans, but work from simple schedules. In this case, it is important that all housekeepers be thoroughly trained in all procedures. Care should be taken to point out all potential hazards and fragile objects. But when it comes to historic glass and ceramics, what we think we know doesn't apply. The truth is, a great many historic ceramic and glass objects should never touch water. In fact, they should hardly be touched at all. Don't wet clean objects that have gilt, luster, or painted surfaces, ceramics that aren't glazed, deteriorated objects, or objects that have been repaired. Skillfully done repairs can be difficult to detect, but water will find these hairline cracks and start undermining the repair. When in doubt about wet cleaning, don't.
And this is it, the Baker House kitchen. Probably good just to start, where there's only one piece, and work your way up. The kitchen with the trough, another great piece of pottery here. And this is the prize if you're a potter to see, to want to get your hands on these pictures. And the experience to see the insides, to feel the weight of them, to get to know the potter who made them. To discover this has a spout, but very, very small. And this has several markings on it and numbers scratched into the glaze later. And another one by the potter. No, out of all the shelves, look at that glaze. Look at that glaze. The kind of thing we love today. What did they think about it then? Oh, moving this shelf in for cleaning, I think got to me the most. And which piece was it that knocked me over? The little brown mug with all the special cloths for cleaning. Okay, laptop, special museum quality sweepers, and many of the tools and the lights. The white dot is from what era?
We think it's from the 1930s, from when they first started cataloging all the collection here.
Okay, and the red?
The red is the newer cataloging system.
Okay.
That was done in 1979.
Okay. So, and I am here with Sarah Buffington, and you are?
I'm the curator at Old Economy Village.
Okay, and I am so glad to be here with her because we saw something scratched in the bottom of this one, and you can't see it in the camera, but it could be script from the time, but we're not exactly sure. Condition issues she's asking for. It is not in great condition. It has some cracks that seem to go right through the bottom and plentiful chips on the rim. But fun to get to know these pieces, even down to the numbers OE795.20 and the older 901/045. And this is the pot so far I've got the closest to, because I've made some little brown jugs inspired by Christoph Webber. and cleaned and put aside so the shelves can now be done. Okay. A completely different look in the light of the sun. And here are some of the ones that I would like to recreate, inspired by so many of these beautiful bowls with the slip work. And a huge lidded jar. Scratched in the glaze. Is it 14 or 1/4? I wonder why the handles are still on, so bold and sticking out. But everything on this shelf, the piece that intrigues me so most, did it have a lid? Was it ceramics? Was it wood? But it's the metal that most probably put to preserve the piece, or to help it carry a heavy load? Or is it like the Korean kintsugi, where they repaired and made an art form out of the ceremonial tea bowls? There is a beauty in it that may be just because it was dictated by function. Okay, and this is why I'm here. This is why I'm here, not for the endless dusting, and this is not a Harmonist piece, not a Christoph Webber piece, but to actually hold them in your hands, to see, know their weight, to get to know the piece. Okay, great experience. And that was really fun. That was the Baker Kitchen. Those are the pots of Christoph Webber, or is it Weaver or Weaver? I forget. But it's so great to find a potter who was active making pottery in the 1800s right outside my back door. No traveling, right here. Okay, next week maybe we will get into the store and see the crocks and the jugs. Okay, stop back and see what's going on in the studio next week.